Hey guys, Lady Luna here, and yeah, I'm back after a while. I took a really big long break, and I am doing a request that I got from, oh man, I can't remember the username right now. It's kitty cat something, but yeah, she said that she'd like to see a renovation of the pink house by the Sim Supply, and I decided to make it kind of into a Barbie vampire home. And so it's still pink, but it is very, very much vampire themed now. And I think it came out pretty neat. Um, like, as you can see here, I'm changing up the windows and the styles of some things. And just really going all out with the new vampire pack. I think I use a little bit of everything, probably a bunch of stuff from Get Together because it has a lot of the old style looking things. But I think it still is mostly constrained to base game and vampire, though I'm not positive. I leave his little thing in the backyard, like his little pretty garden area in the backyard, and I just recolor it and I add my own stuff, but that's about it. But that's mainly because I'm really terrible at landscaping. Yeah. And the floor plan stays exactly the same. I thought about changing it up, but like oh, I just knocked my microphone. But the 3-bedroom thing kind of worked out exactly for what I wanted anyway. And yeah, so like, because it's Barbie, I have it where there is a coffin for her in her room, and then there's like a room for Chelsea, Stacy, and Skipper. And yeah, and I think they all came out pretty cute. Skipper, like, I have like so I partially, because it's all vampire and dark and stuff, I kind of like based my ideas about what the family was going to be like on what's it called, the Sam and Nikki Barbie on YouTube, because I freaking love it. It's so funny, guys. You should like watch it. And yeah, so I based it off of that, where, you know, like it's like my imagination, the Barbie was crude and a little evil and stuff. Tried putting like a fountain up inside that statue, and it would have been cool, except for the water ends like in midair and looks like it's splashing out, so it wouldn't really work. Unless I like put an object inside the pool for it to land in, and then have like that have falling water. I don't know. But yeah, so I wanted to sort of replace the fence and like have a fence for safety, but then I was like, well, you know, they didn't really have safety fences, but I just thought like that was like a nice color and stuff like that, and I wanted to use the romantic garden stuff because I think it goes really well with the vampire stuff pack with the statues and stuff like that. And I wanted it to look like there was like this really ornate tiling in the bottom of the pool. You'll see that sometimes, and I think it came out really pretty. And yeah, I don't know, I was kind of feeling American Horror Story Hotel a little bit. And yeah, I didn't want the it to be all black, but I did want to have it be a lot darker. See, I just left that little thing with the flower fountain and changed the colors for that. And I'm going to be linking his build in the description and like the video to it. So guys, this wasn't originally my build. I don't want like people being angry at me and saying that I stole it or anything, because no, this is totally the Sim Supply build. I got a request to do a makeover of it, and I think it came out pretty neat. I didn't really use any of the cracks in the or anything like that because I wanted it to look like it was kept pristinely. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I'm going to like. I also had the same person requested I go back and change up my old mansion, and I actually think I want to go and add all sorts of crazy stuff like that, like the spider webs and things like that to the old mansion. But yeah, so yeah, look forward to that, guys. It might be my next thing, it might not, I'm not sure right now. It's a pretty big project, so I'm not like running for it. um um Hold on a second. And I'm back. I accidentally left in the old audio and it started playing because I had to I started playing music at one point, and yeah, it was a little distracting. um so yeah, I really love this kind of landing. I use it all the time in my builds. I'm sure you guys have noticed, where it's just like this big open landing looking down onto the entrance with the grand stairs in the middle, or two stairs off to each side or something like that. It's, I don't know, like I ever since I think the Colonial Mansion, as I've gushed about that so much, I think I was just fell in love with that kind of thing. um yeah, so um I like I went through and replaced the door, the doors and the wallpaper and stuff like that. Um, I thought having it be a little bit more closed in and everything would be like more traditional and closer to what things actually were like, and yeah, and oh, I did like make the office larger and the dining room smaller, because I wanted more of a symmetry in the dining room. I don't know, like the symmetry in the dining room was always really like pleasing to me, especially in this house, because this is a very symmetrical house. Like maybe not on the inside, but it's very symmetrical on the outside, and I try not to do those because I used to do symmetrical houses all the time, but yeah. Um, I tried doing something with the mosaic tiles, and I ended up not. Um, as you can see in a lot of the rooms, I'm layering the lamps and turning them and stuff to make them fill the room more. You know, I've tried using the big chandelier from the vampire pack several times, but I don't really do a lot of high walls. I usually do short or medium, and so it's too big for stuff I usually do. Um, I wish that we could have different rooms with different height levels, and like have like if there was a second floor, have stairs going up to like little sets of stairs and stuff like that, because I would love to have like a raised ceiling ballroom that's not, you know, super high, by having two medium height walls, or a medium and a short height wall, but like just have like the tall wall and stuff like that. I would love to have something like that, and I would like to have split levels and staircases and stuff like that going up to extra levels, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe in The Sims 5, but like you can't really implement that in the game now. At least I don't think you could. I don't know much about coding. I barely got past Flash in my new media class. So yeah. I have a basic idea of how it works, but I don't know how to. um, there's there like I really like the new rugs and stuff that we got with the vampire pack, and I think that um the rooms came out really cute when I used them. And I like to size up the runner one and use it for just a regular rug and less of a runner. And yeah. Um, It'd be cool if we got a hallway runner rug, and I don't know why I'm paused here for forever. I hope I start up again soon. Yeah, I do, okay. If I didn't, I was gonna have to go in and edit it out. But I wish there was like hallway runner things where it had splits, it would have like a corner piece that could turn the corner and be the runner going down the hallway, or like to have be split off so it could go down one hallway and split off into a T or something like that. I wish we had like little pieces like that for them. That'd be really neat and handy, I feel like. But we don't really have anything like that. But I'd like to have it like going down each of those hallways and stuff like that. But I kind of felt like, you know, doing a runner down each hallway it just wouldn't look right unless they were connected or something. I don't know. I don't know if they're connected in real fancy manners. I've never been in one myself. As you can see, I do get my use out of the Glamour Stuff Pack curtains a lot. Yeah. I don't know. I just really love them, and I feel like they go with a lot of things. Yeah. So, you know, like doing this like little thing right here in the corner just kind of reminded me of how I used to do vanities before we got the vanity, and I'd have like a little table or something and a mirror above it. Yeah, that used to be like, I don't know. I'm so glad we got vanities, but I kind of hope we get some more styles of them. If not, I guess like there's always custom content, or like I could just keep making my own little ones and stuff. But to have like if I had a whole bunch of girls' rooms or something in a house, and to have like only 2 vanities or something, or if I wanted to, I don't know. Well, I guess I could make it work. Like, I was just thinking, what if I did, like, a Hollywood kind of looking thing? Yeah. I kind of have, like, an idea now of some, like, bathroom or toiletry room I want to do kind of thing. It just kind of makes, like, I've been thinking about that really fancy bathroom build I did, and, and how I forgot to actually put a toilet in, but shh, I didn't forget. That's just for a separate room, because you don't want to like mix your closet and beauty with your toilet. That would be horrible. I've never built like a house around it yet, though it's always been like a plan. I've tried doing it before, but it didn't really come out. Actually lately I've been thinking, I even went and tried to do it, but it's almost near impossible to do, about building the mansion from The Nanny, because I freaking love that show so much, and I love the house, and it's impossible, like, because I have no clue how that house is put together. I have tried laying out a floor plan, but it just does not make sense. So if you know of anybody who has made a proper floor plan of The Nanny, please tell me, because I tried Googling it, and every time I did, all the images of it have been like every other image on the page comes up except for the image file for the floor plan. So please, if you find it, show it to me, let me know, because I would kill. I really like doing the little coffee table thing where you put them in a circle, because I just feel like it covers more of a space. And there I accidentally hit, I think F1 takes you to the screen, so like, I did it several times throughout building, though I don't think I recorded it every time, thank goodness. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if the office shouldn't have been the dining room because of the size, and like that carpet's probably better for a dining room. Oh, oh well, it's already on the gallery. I'm not going back now. Um, yeah, this was pretty fun just to redecorate a build, though. Like in some places, I didn't know what to put because we either didn't have a painting that I felt would fit, or we didn't have some sort of like just object that would fit in that space on the wall or something. Like it either wasn't big enough or it was too small or something like that. This house comes to about 200,000 simoleons. So yeah, I'm not sure how much it was for the one that the Sim Supply did, but yeah. I tried to stick these heaters in most of the bigger rooms and everything, especially the ones that didn't have a fireplace, but I don't think that they're in like the bedrooms or anything. So your Sims are gonna be a little chilly in when they sleep. But I mean, that's what blankets are for, right? Uh yeah. Do we have, is there like a little wall vent object? Oh, well, there's like the floor vent that you got with City Living, and I guess that would work. I would like a really ornate one though, like an ornate floor vent that I could put in or something like that, or like so that it looks like it was the old heating systems from the olden days. My house doesn't have central heating and air. It was built in the 1920s, but like some houses did have ventilation and stuff at least. This one, I think this house was ordered from a catalog. I think it was one of those. And I switched out the bedrooms all to pink except for like except for Skipper's. Hers stays like that really pink and purple. But like I really like that shade of blue, and I might like visit and do that again, but I decided I wanted to keep the whole entire house pink, sort of like, you know, like a Barbie house, like Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse. And at first I was gonna make that into a nursery for like with like the little crib and stuff, but then I decided to do the little toddler bed because, well, yeah. um Funny thing is, you know, I could have built a baby room for baby Chrissy, but I mean, they totally discontinued her and everybody forgot about her, so nobody cares. And yeah, I don't know what it is with me doing teen rooms in purple. I think as a teenager, I just really wanted a purple room. When I grew up, though, I got to pick the color of my room. I asked for black and white stripes, but I couldn't get that. So I ended up getting a what's actually kind of a plum bobby appley green. So yeah, that's neat. I don't even remember what the shade was called. One of the rooms in my house is purple though, and I could have had that as my bedroom, but it's a lot smaller, and I think it's haunted. Um, so I got the, I think my room's haunted too, but at least it's bigger. Um, so yeah, so I'm in the attic. I get my own toilet and sink, and it's not really a bathroom. It's really weird. I think about doing a build someday, but I couldn't really pull it off with what we have available in either The Sims 3 or 4. So yeah, like I have like a slanted ceiling, like it's a roof. Like my ceiling's the bottom of the roof, so it's like a triangle and stuff like that. And I have low walls and yeah, and like I also hate the layout of it, so I'd be so frustrated having to live it in The Sims 2. Like I only have outlets on one wall of the room, so I have to have my computer over on this one wall of the room, and I can't have like my bed is, it can only fit into this one area, and there's on the there's like this whole other side of the room that is totally unusable other than wall shelves. Like, I have bookshelves on the walls and, like, my dressers against that wall and stuff, because the stairwell is in the middle of it. Now, if the stairwell had been off to the side a little bit, just by, like if they moved the stairwell over about 3 feet, I would have so much more space to work with. But because of where they put it, it's, like, such a hassle to work with. It's like you have like a walk space on either side of the stairwell, and it's like, I don't need both. I just need one. My room's in the shape of a T, and it's like at the top of the T in the middle. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I'd have to build it, dudes. Sorry, excuse me. I'm getting over something right now, and I just feel like, ugh. Yeah, so I think it's really coming, yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end here. It's 25 minutes long. I'll start playing some music when the screenshots come up, but, like, I'll probably be playing anytime now, because I haven't even downloaded it yet, because I haven't downloaded any of, like, the music and stuff I use for editing since I, did a reset on my computer and, cleaned everything off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go in and get all the files and everything, but I'll play something sufficiently spooky for a vampire build. So yeah, I wanted to, like, I finally, like, I had the suggestion that I put a whole bunch of the sugar skulls in and stuff like that, like they're her victims and they used them for handicrafts. And so I decided to put the Sugar Skull collection in Stacy's room, because I kind of, like, she's, like, kind of a collector and stuff like that, and she likes to put up, like she likes to collect things, and she's, like, a scientist and things like that, and she's really outgoing, and like, I don't know, like, have you ever watched Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse? It's pretty funny. And that Skipper's really active, and it's, like, just sort of dorky and things like that. I wanted to put in a piano somewhere, and I managed to squeeze it in the living room. I just had this idea that, you know, like, you know, they like to entertain and stuff like that, and I wanted it to be welcoming for a party. Though I think this is one of the few builds where I didn't actually put in any of the party stuff from the luxury party pack. Yeah. We're coming up on the end here, and there'll be some screenshots in a second to show you some of my favorite views, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, like, I did this a little too soon, and I should have waited a minute, but it's coming up here, guys. I swear it is. Yeah, so, okay, here we go. I hope you guys all have a really good day, and,